guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I am taking you behind the scenes of myself taking self-portraits at home. So I'm literally not even going outside of my own apartment, and I'm gonna show you how I am doing this and how I'm getting some self-portraits. So the first thing that I want to do today is I want to set up my photo backdrop over in my living room and get some photos in front of my backdrop, because I did some branding photos recently, but I forgot to bring this dress, and I really wanted some of this dress with the photo backdrop. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some self-portraits myself, and then after that I'm gonna go to my desk right here behind me and hopefully do some there as well. So that's kind of my plan. I have those two spots picked out, and what I want to say is when you're doing self-portraits, it is really important to kind of have an idea in your mind of what you might want to get. A specific location you want to do it, or a spot in your living room, or like I have a backdrop. That can be a really easy way. Maybe you don't totally love the look of your home and you don't want to incorporate that into your brand, but you can buy a photo backdrop like the one that I have, and you can literally set it up anywhere that has good light and get amazing photos. So I'll have a link in the description to the backdrops that I use. I have a pink one. I'm not going to use that one today, but I also have one that's called Bone, and it's from Savage, and I absolutely love these backdrops, and I just got them recently and I've been loving doing photos in them. So I'll have a link to the stand that I use and the backdrops that I use. But I'm just super pumped to kind of bring you guys along with the creative process of everything and kind of how I'm doing this, because I get so many questions from you guys on how I do my headshots, who takes my headshots, do I do self-portraits. And while I will say a lot of my headshots are taken by my husband, who is amazing at it, I also do some self-portraits, and occasionally I'll pull out my DSLR and take some portraits myself. So today my plan is I am going to be filming myself while I do this. I'm going to be using my Nikon D750. This is the camera that I use to photograph all my wedding clients, all my branding clients, and today I'm going to use my Sigma 50mm 1.4 art lens. I absolutely love this lens and it's just incredible, so I'm planning on using that. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to pull out my phone. I have a tripod that's literally specifically for my phone, and I'm going to put this and get some photos with this because I want to be able to also have more photo examples that I can use my mobile presets on. So eventually I do plan to release mobile presets. I don't know when that's going to happen. Right now, only my branding photography clients get access to these. So if you're one of my branding clients, you'll get instant access to download these presets, which is pretty fun. But I want to have more examples of these presets and that I can use in my marketing and stuff in the future. So I'm going to plan to do that, at least take a few with my iPhone. So if you're in the boat of either using your DSLR and trying to figure out how to do that, or using your iPhone, this is going to be really helpful for you. One more thing before we get started is with my phone, I'm planning on just using the timer feature, like hitting the photo button to take a picture and then having it count down by 10 seconds and setting myself up and then taking the photo with my phone. So that part is pretty simple. With my DSLR though, it's a little bit more tricky to do that and take yourself in focus and everything, especially because I have a Nikon and autofocus on that just isn't the best. So I actually have this little remote I got from Amazon. Super cheap, they're like 10 bucks or less, and I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check that out as well. But this little guy is super helpful, and it was really easy to set up. I actually hadn't used it in a while. Literally all you do is like turn on your camera, turn this on, make sure that the like remote setting is on the back end of your camera. It's gonna be different for every camera, and I was good to go. And I just press this and it takes a picture, and I have a 2-second delay. I'm gonna try doing that first. I think that will make it easier. We'll see how it goes, and I'm just pumped to have you guys along. And what I'm planning on doing, so the tripod that my camera that I'm filming with is on now, I'm gonna actually put my DSLR on that tripod and figure something else out, makeshift. I only have one tripod. I will put a link to my tripod in the description as well. But honestly, it's just a cheap tripod from Amazon. It's nothing fancy, so you could literally use any kind of camera tripod, would totally work the same way. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up my camera, and then I'm gonna get out my photo backdrops and set those up as well, and kind of set up that part of the photo shoot first. I think that would be easiest, and then afterward we'll move into doing headshots at the desk right behind me. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so I've got my photo backdrop set up right here, which is awesome. It actually fits pretty well in our living room. The only thing I didn't think about was the fact that we have like a really cushy rug, and I am a little bit worried about stepping on it with the rug and it getting more like crinkly, but I think it's gonna be okay. Ember is just a little bit freaked out by it. Good girl, lay down. So now I'm pretty much just gonna adjust my settings on my DSLR, get it to where I want it, and then take a few test shots and just see like where I am in the frame, how I need to adjust, and all of that kind of stuff. Hey, what's wrong with your paw? What's wrong with your paw? Why are you licking it, baby? So I realized it was definitely not a good idea for me to be sitting on that with a carpet underneath of it. So I had to roll up the rug. It's good, it's all good. Okay, so now I'm gonna get into the actual shooting, and I just right now have the focal point like in the middle of my viewfinder right here, and I'm hoping that will work. So I'm just gonna take a few test shots and see. So just looking at that photo, I need a wider lens. I'm gonna grab my 35mm. I usually don't shoot on my 35, but I'm gonna need it just for this backdrop. I could try to move like my whole couch back, but to be honest, I am not. I don't know, we'll see. I might try doing something on this bench that's right behind where this camera is and see if I can like get further back with my 50 first, but I think I'll just switch to my 35. Okay, had to do a little readjusting with the backdrop, but we're good to go now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start shooting. I am super excited, and let's see how this turns out. Okay, so just looking at the back of my camera for those ones, I am loving how they turned out, but I am going to switch this up a little bit so I can do a few standing. And one thing I want to point out here is that you don't need to take 10 million photos just to have a good one. Just to have a few that you want to post on social media, you literally just need like one good photo in each pose. So I know I'm going to like one of these sitting ones, and I literally took like 5 photos. So it's not like I need a whole bunch. And yeah, so now I'm gonna switch it a little bit so that I am standing. So I'm gonna have to like bump up my tripod a little bit, and we'll see how this one goes. And I'm excited just to have a few standing up as well, because this dress is gorgeous and I definitely want some standing up. So before I wrap up doing this background behind me, I do want to get a few photos with my iPhone, kind of like I already mentioned. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing that. I have a little tripod that I'm going to put my phone on and just take some really simple like selfie timer shots, just so I have them, just so I can use them with my presets if I want to. All right, so now on to some of me with my desk. I am super excited about these because I recently redecorated. Let me show you. This whole little space right here, I recently redecorated. I did an office tour. I'll put it right here and link in the description if you want to check it out. But when I did that, I hadn't decorated this yet. So I'm super excited about it. And I want to make sure I get some really great, awesome content with this in the background, because I think it would just be super, super fun. I also want to show you guys, I am using some studio lights for this setup. So I had like these 2 lights here, and then I also have this little light, like adding a little burst here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because when I did photos at my desk last time, it was just really dark and heavy because of the darker gray walls. So I'm trying to balance that out a little bit by adding some studio lights. Hopefully it'll mimic natural light really well, and you won't even be able to tell I'm using artificial light. If you guys like this video and want to see more of them, give it a thumbs up because it helps me to know what videos you want me to make more of. And if you're not subscribed already, hit subscribe down below because I upload 2 new videos every week, Tuesday and Friday, and don't want you guys to miss out. And comment below and let me know your thoughts on this video. What was your favorite part? What did you love about it? I would love to take you guys behind the scenes of like my process for creating content and all of that a little bit more than I already do. So let me know if you want me to do more of it in the future, and I can't wait to share more with you guys next time. Bye guys.